But yeah, so today we're gonna be checking out Feastopia. We're just kind of catching the end of stream. We're gonna be putting like an hour or two into this or whatever to check out this game. It is a city builder that, from my understanding, is supposed to be like sort of a rogue-like city builder, sort of Against the Storm-esque. Only we've got this giant abomination here that, as you can see from the fact it's got a mouth in its gut, that you build your city and you have to continue to feed it. And my understanding is if you feed it well, it gives you boons and buffs and other good stuff. And if you don't, I don't know what happens, but the implication is it's probably bad. Let me adjust the volume down yet again, because I feel like no matter how much I turn it down, it needs to be turned down more. Let's tone that down a little. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and start ourselves a brand new game. Okay, so apparently we found an egg, it hatched, and we all started worshipping it. Not a cult. Press any key to sign the contract. Oh, good. Cult with a contract. Not sure if actually cozy or horror. The emblem on the contract has been lit. I am Galdpaw, your aid and guide to the boundless prosperity. Use WASD to move the camera. It moves... Okay, there's a little bit faster. It was moving like absolute molasses when I first started hitting the buttons going, dear God, it was never going to get where I needed to go. Alright, now right-click and drag to move your thing. You can also zoom in and out using your scroll wheel to adjust your field of vision. That softly glowing crystal egg is actually highly radioactive and slowly killing us all. I mean, it holds a slumbering dongo inside. Raise it with good food and care, and it'll bless your town with fortune and protection. Dongo's happiness is key. The blue bar shows the contentment gauge level. Feed it well, and fulfill its wishes, as depraved as they might be, to lift its mood and move it closer to completing your contract and achieving victory. Because apparently we have a contract with a unborn egg thing, and that's its own kind of hell. The red bar shows the wrath gauge. If Dongo gets upset, it'll start murdering everybody you know and love. I mean, it may bring negative effects on your town, such as murder. Murder's kind of negative. If you push too far, you will break the contract and lose the game. And by that, it'll remind you that the game is a thing that we used to play back when we were in high school, where people would mention the game, and that means you lost the game, and it was really dumb. But, like, we all did it. It is what it is. I'm not proud. But it happened. While Dongo sleeps peacefully, it's time to begin constructing your town. Click on the blueprint icon at the top to get started. Open the blueprint tab. I'm sneaking in from the right because, you know, me instructing you once wasn't enough. I actually think that's good that that's there, by the way. Okay. Storehouse. Used to store raw materials, semi-finished products, and goods from industrial and agricultural production. Can be used to satisfy material demands of your town. We just lost the game 12 times in a row? Yes. Wait, you were in high school when that was the thing? I think so. I mean, it's one of those things that's been around for a very long time. So, when it actually started, I don't know. The storehouse is the core building to store materials crucial to your town's growth. Pick a location and build your first one. Build one storehouse. I'm waiting for it to be like, that is an interesting decision on where you put that thing. That is a real... I'm not saying I would have done it, but like, You know, it is your choice. You thought about it though, right? Is it... Oh, okay. I didn't actually click on it. Sure. Well done. You followed the most basic and menial of tasks that even a toddler who wasn't fully paying attention could have accomplished. I am pretending to be proud of you. Click on the stock button to view your resource inventory. Common materials are pinned at the top for easy tracking. Okay. To distribute stored goods to your people, you'll need a market. Its blueprint is ready time to place it in your town. It's weird that you used a hyphen in that manner. It is kind of fine though. It's not really bad, but it's just kind of weird. Provides resources to the town. Markets and storehouses must be connected by roads to function properly. Also, increases the population of the resident's house. So yeah, that's what got me, is I hit select there thinking it selected, but like it didn't really select. Alright, so I'll put you down here. Excellent. Now you need to build a road connecting the storehouse to the market. With that, your first supply line is complete. Do the thing, Julie. With supplies ready, let's build a laborer dwelling to attract more residents. Don't forget, you need to select the blueprint before building the house. Can I see information about you? Oh, I guess you're not a real people. You're a fictional people. Okay. Build labor dwelling 5. Oh, right. Blueprint. That's why I was saying blueprint on the top. Right. I was like, why are you telling me to click on the building? Right, you unlock the blueprint, then you do the building. Laborer dwelling. Residence for laborers. Meeting house demands increase the maximum population. Happiness and health of your town. Ensuring your residents live comfortably in prosperity is vital for growth. Okay. Laborer dwelling. How dare you be a different grid size than the market, such that it will not line up, nor is it an even number, so I can't, like, put 2 of them next to each other. You monsters. You knew what you were doing when you did that. It is just straight up violence is what that is. Connect the houses to the market with roads, and the marketplace will provide continuous supply for the houses. Press spacebar, and let's set the whole thing in motion. Oh, spacebar was unpaused. Look, cat. I like how apparently we clear-cut all of the tree. Oh, never mind, it's making a bench. Oh, that's actually really nice. I really appreciate that they make things that aren't obstructions vanish once you're anywhere nearby. That's a nice quality of life. The number of these kind of games are like, I want to build this here, and I cannot see because there's this line of trees in the way, so I'm trying to guess where I'm putting it. I really appreciate that. That's a really nice quality of life feature. The residents are eager for some delicious food. Before we make any meals, we need to build a pantry to place and store food. Do the thing where you click on the blueprint and it appears, and then you read in a different voice. Use the store food. Can be used to meet demand of alfresco eateries. Oh no, I have to consider different quality of eateries like alfresco. And also, check out Trico and our fantastic content creator. Been playing a lot of Hotel Architect among other games recently. So definitely someone to check out, and good times over there. Plays a lot of RimWorld as well and all that kind of good stuff. Excellent. Now we can make all sorts of food. But first, let's start with the basics. We're going to go ahead and have plenty of produce available at a farm. Let's build that first. I'll guide you from there. Build one farm. Soil that radiates vitality can be used to cultivate multiple types of crops. So we can grow potatoes, cucumbers, sugarcane, and wheat. Alright, so farm. Okay, so it's warning me I don't want to build it there, so let's put it down here, I guess. Crops need land and plenty of sunlight to yield better harvests. Let's start by growing some cucumbers. Mostly because as a cat, I freak the F out when people put a cucumber behind me. It is really upsetting. I don't really know evolutionarily why people believe it has to do with like a protective mechanism related to snakes. But nah, man, they just give me the heebie-jeebies. First, let's select crops, and then let's mark a plot to expand along the farm. Don't forget to assign workers so everything runs smoothly. I haven't taught you how to do that, and I'm probably going to teach you that in a minute. Produce 20 cucumbers in the farm. Okay, so we can apparently put down 24 plots. That's potatoes. Oh, there we go. That's cucumbers. Oh, wait a second. I see. Okay, so I can't mix and match. That's good to know. Can I unmake that or move it? Demolish refund materials. We made this calculated to be perfectly for a 6x4 grid. You're gonna go ahead and make a lot of 6x4 grids because, I mean, you're just gonna do that. So auto allocation. Sure. You've unpaused the game. This has a bunch of negative marks over top of it. I didn't tell you what those mean, but I'm sure they're bad. One looks like I'm guessing food is required, and the other one is not nearby an alfresco eatery. Because apparently, to be a laborer, you gotta have an alfresco eatery. Any other eatery, not valid. Okay, I also noticed it's got a gray star, so like silver quality or something. Hey, Soul Spire. How's it going? I'm a cat with a really weird choice of voices for a cat. Most people would probably give me a cute little kitty cat voice, but no, that's not who I am. And check out Soul Spire plays some Cult of the Lamb. So very much, if you enjoy games like Cult of the Lamb, Soul Spire plays like a whole range of things, so definitely good times over there. So go check them out. Absolutely, said the thing. You get the idea. Good times. Alright, so we're producing our cucumbers. Also, you never clicked on... Oh, the blueprint button stays there even when there's not a blueprint. That's a little confusing and probably something that's going to drive me up the wall eventually, but you know, it's probably fine. Also, we haven't explained weather, but in the top left corner, there's going to be a whole bunch of weather, and the only weather I believe in right now is sunny because I'm a cat, and I'm going to go lay down on a rock or a piece of marble or whatever is a flat surface in a windowsill and warm myself on the sunspot. But don't you dare come over pet me. I will give you the claw. Okay. I only get the scritches on my terms. Once the food is ready, we need to provide the residents with a comfortable dining area. Building an alfresco eatery is the best option. I claim this, but no, it's really I'm just super into alfresco. You know, look man, we all got our digs. Okay, new blueprint. Alfresco eatery. Provides food to the town. Alfresco eateries and pantries must be connected by roads to function properly. Okay, so alfresco eatery is a 3x5. So low-key, I actually think it is going to be pretty good that the game doesn't make everything like 2x2, 1x1, 3x3, but also it is slowly killing me inside that I'm gonna have to figure out how the hell to manage all that. With the dining area in place, food can easily be served. Select cucumbers from the supply menu so residents can enjoy them together. This will boost their work efficiency. Work harder? There's not a second part. However, if food supplies are paused due to shortages, everybody dies. I mean, due to shortages, work efficiency will decrease. So be mindful of that. Cucumbers. Surprise! After tasting your meal, your residents have discovered a new recipe. Go check it out. New recipe. Effing anything but a raw cucumber. Carrot. Alright. Let me just take 2 seconds to evaluate what has occurred. So, we grew cucumbers and gave them to our residents. And the residents were like, you know what I can do with this cucumber? Carrot. You didn't say anything else. I did. Oh, carrots. They're Dango's favorite. I don't actually know that, but I'm just gonna assume it. Produce some quick. If Dango gets hungry, you're ready. Okay, so why are you blinking at me? That's fine. So we're gonna go here, carrots. You might think we're living in some kind of weird paradise kind of place, but actually, this is a dystopian game about dystopia and nightmares. With very, very, very relaxing music. It's like you're going to the elevator at a nice resort. You know, one of those ritzy ones where, like, they got the little towels in the bathroom, not just your thing. Maybe, maybe not, they got the little tip spot and that one person whose entire job is to help you rinse your hands, which is really kind of weird, actually. But, you know, this is the music they'd have in their elevator. So, I don't know what all these, I think, okay, so you're idle. So I got 2 people who aren't working. I got 12 people total. I've got a happiness of 2 and a health of 4. I mean, to be fair, carrots and cucumbers are not exactly the most balanced of diets. It certainly could be worse, but while your vitamins are probably in relatively good shape, you're probably not doing so good on, like, actual nutritional value. Always ask them to help you wipe so they feel valued and appreciated. Right, you need some kind of protein, whether it's meat or nuts or like whatever. Like this isn't being like anti-vegetarian or whatever. It's just like, nah, man, you are missing a lot of food groups here. Yeah, beans, nuts, meat, cheese, dairy, fiber. Alright, so I'm avoiding the temptation to click and add the carrots to the menu. Yeah, no, you definitely need more than this in your life. It goes, these people all look really happy, but that's because they're all starved of proper nutrition and are mildly deranged and suffering from all sorts of, you know, weird episodes and all that. In reality, they're all barely standing on their feet and horribly emaciated. They don't have scurvy, luckily, but, you know, pretty much everything else that comes with malnutrition's pretty much on the list. And there's this weird, cute little dog thing right down here. It is an adorable little dog, and I went to pet it, and it vanished from existence. And I'm a cat, so that makes me happy. But, you know, that's just cat things. Oh, this is one big hallucination from malnutrition. Yep. Alright, so there are the carrots. Supposedly. Oh, it's produce the carrots. Better keep an eye on how much those building materials you have. Now I'll teach you how to be self-sufficient. Let's start with a humble timber yard. Keep in mind that you'll need to leave some open space around the timber yard. The more open space around, the higher production efficiency. So now choose a good spot to build one. Okay. Timber yard. Through careful planting and felling, this site produces a steady supply of raw wood. Build one of them there timber yards. Good thing it's got like a big aura around it to let me know exactly how much space it needs. Good choice. Now let's start producing logs. You're short on workers. Build more houses. Attract new residents. Make them sign the contract. Okay, so we got you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think cucumbers actually have a couple of good vitamins in them, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, you got your vitamin C, and what are you missing? Everything else. These people over here get the beachfront property. It's real nice like 95% of the year. Till the hurricane rolls in. Then it is not where you want to be. Oh boy, tell me. Absolutely. Storm surge is a nightmare. I would really like to zoom out farther than this. Like, I would really, really like to zoom out a little farther. Actually, let's check the settings. That might actually be a setting. Is there a camera speed? Yes. We'll do 1.5 because that thing was not moving. Oh, you can just turn on auto allocation for everything? Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Go ahead and do it. As long as the tacos don't have coriander, cilantro, you're sure all tacos are delicious. Yeah, so I mean, if I'm making pico, they will, but I don't often do that because that's effort. Once you have the logs, the next step would be to build a sawmill. If you think assign workers too much work, switch on auto allocation. It'll make things much easier. Wait, you already did it? I did not instruct you to do so yet. You skipping ahead in the tutorial? It's my only job. Let's see here. Logs are sliced into smooth planks, becoming essential materials for construction, furniture making. Come get you some. Everything's ready. Now it's time to start producing the most basic construction material, planks. I see there's already quite a lot of resources being produced in the city. You can now better control the output of each resource by adjusting the production priority. Produce 5 planks. You said by adjusting the production priority, and then told me nothing. Production priority where? That's upgrade, move, repair. Well, repair means damage can happen, so that's information. Efficiency. Gotcha, so it's telling me the efficiency that the building's running. I like that that's just a button. Number of workers. Can I have those on it? Oh, okay. Okay, that's a little bit of UI clutter, but like, that's useful UI clutter, so I can go over and watch these at like 20%. No, oh, there's a problem. I mentioned priority, but I did not give you directions on how to do any of it, so you know, get wrecked, nerd. Wait, if I click here, We have expanded our menu to include both carrot and cucumber. Looking good. Now, looks like you're getting the hang of it. Next, I'll assign a few missions to test you. Don't forget to submit once each task is completed. Woodshed. Neatly stacked logs wait in the corner, ready to bring warmth for cold nights. This is vital to heat people's homes. Okay, so it's wood for warming up houses. Okay, so you're 2x3. Man, all of you buildings being different sizes is just going to be a pain. We will name this dish Carcumber. Alright, so we've got all these. You mentioned missions. Oh, is that what the blinking paw thing up there is? Daily necessities. So mission, have a woodshed, make firewood, and you'll give me a blueprint, some bricks, and a plank. It's amusing to me that the people aren't really a thing, and then we have these weird birds that carry stuff, and those actually are a thing, but the people just wander around and then fade in and out. Oh. I apparently okay, so we instantly get laborers when we build the houses. There's not like a move-in mechanic or anything like that. This game is a little odd, but I do like it. Yeah, no, like I said, it's against the storm in a certain degree. Wait, what are you complaining about? Missing raw materials. Production has halted. How dare you? I mean, it says you're running at 100% efficiency. I guess we just build another one? If one's good, two's better, that's what I always said. That's what my pappy used to say. So the curiosity here is this is saying it'd be 100%. So there being a second building here doesn't actually seem to hurt it. So it doesn't look like it'll be one of these things where I've got to worry about like these overlapping. What? Why is the storehouse glowing weird? All right. Okay, so we are starting to get the firewood, so that's good. I like the hand-drawn aspect of this. It's a nice aesthetic. What's good? Things are pretty good. We're checking out Feastopia. We just finished with some the last Starship. Had a lot of fun with it. But kind of started running into issues where the game was kind of... We had gotten our ship big enough the game was not a big fan of it. It wasn't having performance like frame rate issues, it was having performance issues like, you know, stuff wasn't spawning the way it's supposed to and that kind of thing. That clearly it was having problems. Alright, well in the meantime, I'm gonna go and put down another farm. Okay. Submit. Mission. Build a greenhouse. Build a new greenhouse to fulfill the residents' home decoration needs. Plant lilacs. To produce lilacs via the greenhouse. Okay. So a greenhouse. A greenhouse produces beautiful flowers that bloom under the care of skilled gardeners. You're a 2x2. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna tell you to be potatoes. We'll start growing potatoes because I can. I'm really hoping in this next here moment that I'm not gonna find out that I was supposed to leave a little bit of padding between my houses so I could plant them pretty flowers. Because, you know, I didn't do that. Are they someone else who redeems it? Yep. We have a good handful of people who do redeem to reduce the cost of winning Twitch pretty regularly. Alright, potatoes going on the menu. We're gonna eat like kings here. Oh, we're already done. Okay. Mission. Build a livestock pasture. You know what's gonna happen here. We're having lamb chop. So yeah, you know, do the thing. Grow the pasture. Make some sheep. It's not rocket science. It's sheep science. Let's animals roam peacefully in sunny pastures to raise different types of livestock. Peacefully until dinner time. Okay. Yep, with all this being based around food, we're eating those sheep. That's just what's going to be happening here. So sugarcane. Should I be planting all this stuff? Probably not. Am I doing it anyways? Probably. Alright, so we got that objective done. Cool. Stockyard. Process wool. Use to refine animal products from livestock pastures into more advanced products. Ah. Cool. So we're making wool. They're also moving sugarcane over. I suspect sugarcane is probably going to have an additional process we have to use. That it won't be able to simply eat sugarcane. Now granted, in real life you can take sugarcane and like, you could chew on it, it's kind of a snack thing. But I'm guessing for game purposes we probably grind it up into sugar. Okay. So we have a farm of every crop. And later on I'd be like, You really need to get some of this other stuff going. I'll be like, nah, it's fine. Patient appears a target population. Morality appears at target population. Both of them say 999,999. The population is declining. Check housing for resource shortages and our city issues. Clothing. Stockyard. A tailor. Alright, well that works out, because it was just complaining about clothing. Where did the tailor go? Right, I gotta click on the thing. Tailors cut and sew and craft outfits suited for every occasion. Their skilled hands ensure residents are always well dressed. Okay. So tailor is another 2x3. You'll fit perfectly right there. Alright, so I am feeling like I don't need to see all this information. Like, it'd be a good thing to, like, be able to pull up an attrition from time to time. Alright. So soon we're gonna have some lamb. It's also a little concerning that we think about it. So it makes sense that, you know, we put the lamb in the thing and then we take the lamb to butcher and we get meat. Makes sense. You turn the lamb into meat, that's it. But we also take the lamb and we put it into storage and we turn it into wool and the lamb is gone. Which is far more concerning of an outcome. That, like, we're just like, well, sheared that sheep. Kill it. Just toss the body. We just here for the wool. They're very clumsy shears. Yeah, and they just cannot, like, there's just nothing salvageable left of the rest of the sheep. Okay, so you take a hot minute to run. We'll definitely want to get a stockyard and all that. We're going to wait because it's clearly going to be gating us on this. Then we're going to get something like a kitchen or whatever. That's where we're going to be our source for our, like, where we'll be able to, like, grill lamb or whatever. And they're definitely teaching us all the basics of the game before this thing wakes up. What is your problem? Missing raw materials. I got 2 of these things going. You're gonna need to calm down for a minute. Alright, produce potatoes. And that one just gives me, like, brick or whatever. And it just so happens we are already growing potatoes in copious amounts. It's also interesting to me that we got, like, the bird things moving around, unless those are my laborers and these are just non-characters. Because we've got those moving around constantly. Well, no, because the workers are inside the buildings. These are just things to give pathing a reason. Oh, we got a bunch of up arrows. Okay. Oh, there's another one. And they'll add needs for towels and hats and church and all that. So you need candles and soap. We got laborers and artisans. Oh, did I do a goof? Oh no, okay, the artisans could still work at the same places. I was just about to be like, did I goof up and just take, because that's one of those things that happens in some of these games, is like you'll have your like lowest tier labor will only work the really menial jobs, and then when you go to a more advanced job, they'll be like the next one like artisan, but the artisan won't work the menial jobs. And you can get yourself really screwed by having a weird population distribution. It does look like artisans can hop in here, and I assume they just work better. Yeah, they do, because it was 100% efficiency, now it's 140% efficiency. So they're just better. They have higher demands, but they are just better, you know, workers. What a transformation, in such a short time too. You've done a great job. Now let me share with you a few expert tips. Expert tip number 1. All of this is wrong and you should be ashamed of your lack of planning. I mean, once you meet all the demands of a house, you can upgrade them. Upgrade residents will boost the residents' ability and turn them into more efficient artisans. Try it now. Okay. Besides skilled craftsmen, how could gourmet capital of the world be without chefs? Now let's build a cook's quarter and attract some talented chefs. Cook's quarter, resident for junior chefs. Meeting housing demands increase the maximum population, happiness, and healthier town. Ensure your residents live in comfort and prosperity is vital for growth. Oh, build 2 of them. You may have made the mistake of trying to shove all your stuff together. Good. Good. No chef can work without good ingredients. Hey, I think I smell peppers nearby. To harvest, you'll need to build a gathering hut. It's very important to build it near the resource you want to gather. This is a very heavy-handed way of telling you put this stupid thing right next to the stupid other things. Oh, you're 3x3. I don't want you to be 3x3. I want you to be smaller. Oh, you have to be like right there. Well, that's gonna hurt our wood stuff. To harvest the pepper, remember to select the attached fence first. Then select the resource node and make it a spot that workers will begin gathering. Okay, so they still have... Did it say dum be busy? Okay, harsh man. Now, once you've built the sausage kitchen, the chefs can immediately start producing and prepare delicious black pepper sauce. It tastes like burning from the inside. Neatly lined sauce bottles fill the shop, each emitting a bold mixture of spices and vinegar. Every blend seems to tell its own flavor story. Okay, so you're 2x3. So I can scoot you over there just fine. We're moving up in the world. Now you can eat yourself some carrots, some cucumber, potato, and you can put hot sauce on the whole thing. It's a weird salad, but you know, there's certainly weirder out there. Okay, so we're gonna need a second tailor. That way I can tell you... Oh, I can set one of these to do both. Never mind. Get rid of the new tailor. I can go to you and tell you to make both things. Cool. Because the chefs are unhappy about the lack of clothing. And my assumption is then it would split its productivity between those. Okay, so it's all or nothing with the pastures. Congratulations, a brand new dango has hatched, and your contract is now officially active. Uh-oh, dango is hungry. It wants food. This time it's hungry for what's something delicious. Click on the offering panel to choose the suitable items for both categories. Offer food to dango. So we can offer dango carrots, potatoes, and cucumbers. Hungry, delicious. Each food has a quality rating. As dango grows, it'll have higher demand for food quality. Make sure that every food meets dango's minimum quality requirements. Otherwise, it'll refuse to eat it. Did I do it? I think we did it. When feeding dangos, always fulfill all the listed food demands. A well-fed dango will increase the contentment gauge and bring blessings to your city. And an unfed one will give you tons of trouble. Looks like how satisfied it is. In return, dango has gifted you a new blueprint. Time to expand your town farther. Build the orchard grove. Fills the clean air with sweet, fruity fragrance. Can be used to grow a variety of fruits, vegetables, and plants. Okay. The orchard grove. I'm sure we are not building any of this efficiently. Orchard grove is a great thing. Take apples, for example. Not only can they be used with food for residents menu, but they also can farther be processed into apple juice, a higher quality food that can be offered to dango. Apples can be used at the hospital to treat patients. Don't ask me how that works. With such a great food group, it's time to produce some. Is this game the capital of Whisperwood? What? I thought it was gonna be a 2x2. The moment it's like orchard, I'm like, alright, it's gonna be 2x2s. Oh, I didn't see. Well, I guess there is the cat. There's like puppies around as well. Okay, so we'll plant more trees. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yep. No, instead we got this thing that has a mouth on its stomach, and demands that we feed it. And if we fail to do so, bad things happen. Unspecified bad things. Now your town is producing more and more goods. Any excess can be exported through the Merchant Guild in exchange for currencies that can be used to purchase wonderful artifacts that will aid you greatly. Words can't even describe how amazing they are. I mean, I'm trying to use words, you get the idea. You'll have to get your hands on one to experience it for yourself. Build a Merchant Guild. Traders gather here to plan exports, manage commerce, goods sent abroad, bring back gold coins, which are then used to acquire rare artifacts from distant land. The maximum number of buildings is determined by Dango's growth stage. Ah. Okay. Now that you build a merchant guild, the next step is to export the goods. Pick any surplus resources in your town and export them using the Merchants Guild. Okay. I was growing wheat, and we can't use wheat yet, so we're just exporting it. So you need hats, towels, and churches, which we don't have yet. You need more lilacs. The more advanced a resource is, the higher export price. But to give you a taste of the good stuff, I'll chip in for you just this one time. Now go ahead and buy the Guild to Success. Buy Guild to Success. Increase the cap efficiency of all residents. As Dango evolves its awesomeness, we'll attract more and more merchants, allowing you to build more and more merchant guilds and unlock even better artifacts. Don't forget, you can also buy blueprints and recipes in the Merchants Guild. So make sure to visit there often. Sponsored by the Merchant Guild. Wow, Dango has dreamed up a new wish. Fulfilling it will significantly boost the contentment gauge. Go check the wish list to choose one to complete. Alright, select a wish. Okay. Golden plant. Alright, so here's the roguelite thing. So, we can give him a bunch of potatoes, and we'll get contentment gauge of 10, and our farms will work 5% better. We can give him carrots, and the timber yards will work 5% better. We can give him wheat, and the gathering hut will work better. Well, the carrots are the one I have the most, so let's go ahead and do that, and submit. Fulfilling Dango's wishes not only raises the contentment gauge, but it also rewards you with the grace power, a divine blessing from Dango that makes the city buildings easier. Go ahead, see for yourself. Push the button. Alright, every 10 seconds, 5 glowing road tiles appear and shift to adjacent tiles every 3 seconds, lasting 30 seconds. Buildings next to glowing roads gain 6% efficiency. Boost Dango's contentment gauge. Offer food to Dango. Increase worker population to earn more blueprints. Training chefs will grant you more recipes. Mastering these techniques will greatly benefit the city's development. You learned all the essentials. Now it's time for me to guide other contract holders. Good luck on your own. Remember, nourish Dango with care. Manage your town with diligence. When the satisfaction fills up, you'll be blessed with the legendary town culinary wonder. It's not free though, and they do indebt you pretty greatly paying for it. Okay, we already have another wish. So if we give him wood, we get better at the planks, we get better sawmill. If we give him pigs, or if we give it pigs, farms have a chance to produce one extra random resource. Okay. So... Okay, think it over. Give me a moment. Okay, hold up. So that says it gives me a random resource. So you're telling me I can have a farm growing carrots and just randomly get other nonsense. Okay. We're definitely doing that because that is interesting to me. So let's go to... Why do you have a marker here? Oh, there's a marker to show me where I've got one. So let's go here to the livestock area. You're gonna have pigs. Cool. And then before we go farther, we're gonna get the stockyard. Alright, so for pigs, we have the choice of bacon. Bacon. We're gonna get bacon. No nearby stockhouse. I see. Or storehouse, whatever. And you're waiting on... No. Oh, right, we can do multiple things with these. Okay, hang on. Get rid of that. That's fine. So I could go down here, and you now also give me bacon, and you also give me lamb meat. And then meanwhile, select wish piggy. Ah, I see what you're saying. It's like multiple wishes that way. Alright, so last one is sawmill more efficient, gathering hut more efficient, livestock pasture more efficient. For right now, I'll go with the gathering hut, sure. Alright. So let's give that a moment. Sunlit jungle, the sun shines bright and the jungle is lush. Nothing of interest happens here. Yeah, the fact that we got this, like, permanent buff, I'm assuming it's permanent, that these tiles just glow and just hop around and temporarily it boosts production of stuff, is... certainly thing. He wants them as pets? Sure. He just really likes to pet them with his teeth. So 2 more pigs, and then we can give a... There we go. Try it again. Alright. So that'll give me farms produce an extra random resource. Like, mildly nightmarish. You have fulfilled your contract. Start a new game and start another culinary legend. Okay, so that was like the super early, easy first playthrough thing. The crystal ball glows faintly once again. I know what that means. Goldpaw is selecting a new contractor. This time, the chosen one appears to be a young girl utterly devoted to the culinary art. She probably has no idea what she's about to face, but Goldpaw rarely makes wrong choices. This girl must have both courage and the skill and the spirit to draw to the adventure. It's just that. As a holder of a former contract, I don't know how much longer my thoughts and memories will last, or how much of them you could still see. Please, whatever you do, remember this. Every single dango must be cared for with the utmost caution. Never let your guard down. Never ever. Each crystal egg placed on this continent by Goldpaw is its precious treasure. If anything goes wrong, I am the one who will never be forgiven. I am the one who failed. Is doomed to remain trapped in this shard for all eternity. May no one else ever repeat my mistakes. Oh. Merciful Lord, I confess my transgressions and acknowledge my faults. I have mercy on me according to your great love. Cleanse me of my sins. I know I have sown what will be reaped. May your discipline guide me back to righteousness. I humbly ask you for forgiveness, for you have promised that those who confess shall be cleansed. Grant me the pure of heart. Okay, just random prayer. That's honestly weird. The land area has expanded. You'll need to explore the unknown. So difficulty 1, the wheat pack. So we need to reach 40 contentment gauge to win. We lose at 100 wrath content gauge. Blueprints are obtained through contentment gauge 1. Order deduction modifier 55%. I don't know what that means. Starting ability 4 points. Random starting negative effects. Gotcha. So we start at difficulty 0. And now we're at difficulty 1. And so it's escalated. And then we'll unlock difficulty 2 and 3, and you get the idea. So it's going to just get worse and worse. Select a map. We could choose Sunlit Jungle. A jungle that is lush and nothing of interest happens here. Where our fruit tree grafting during heat waves producing apples from orchard groves will have a chance to yield some oranges. That's not how that works. Okay. Or Time Hunter. Gain a small amount of time each time the weather changes. Or Random, which generates maps like opening a box of chocolates. You'll never know what you're going to get. Tranquil Pond. When Dango sleeps, efficiency of fishery shacks is increased by 20%. Well, I don't even know if we have access to those other two, so we're just going to start with the first one. Select starting modifiers. Apple juice, juice press. Fruity aroma ripples in the glass and sweet tart notes colliding with create a freshing joy that lingers on the tongue. Blueberry, an orchard grove. Deep blue berries gleam like stars in the night sky, rich with full of flavor. Onion. Onion farm, layered and snowy white. It hides a spicy kick. Peeling it often brings tears to your eyes. All three of them have locks. So you're telling me these are modifiers. Sure. Okay, I'm allowed to put 4 points, so we put 4 points. I don't know. Generating the map. Difficulty. Scorching Sun. Level 1. During heat wave, mine efficiency is -20. Bird taming. Dum-dum movement speed +10. Starting effect, during a heat wave or apple orchard, sometimes make oranges. The sunlit just means it's nice. And sunny has no special effect. Welcome to your new contract awaits. This time you'll face even greater challenges. But don't worry, as long as you finish your missions I give you, keeping Dango alive will be a walk in the park. And that is all I'm going to say. Okay, so this is different. Alright. I should have checked what we have. So. The sausage hutch. Sausages hang in rows on wooden beams, steeped with aroma and smoke and spices. Each one of these will tell an exquisite tale of creation. Mill. Crops are ground into fine powder, into flour, forming the essential base for a wide variety of culinary goods. And coal. Coal is a crucial food source for workshops and households alike, powering much of the town's industry and daily life. Note, this is vital for building both the brick block and window production lines. So I'm going to judge by the fact that this one has bold text that's like, buy this. I'm going to get that one. Okay, we get a second choice. Textile mill. A rhythmic clatter of looms fills the air as workers weave cotton and wool, supplying clothing and fabric to the entire town. We already know what the mill does. And the sand yard. River sand is often sifted and washed here, becoming an essential ingredient for construction and casting. Note, we need this for glass. I understand. Oh good, I don't have one of these ones like, note, you need this. Hospital. The scent of herbs drifts through the air, and the ancient healing symbols mark this place as one of care and recovery. Cool. Rendery. Workers skillfully operate machinery to extract clean, high-quality oil, ensuring purity with every batch, which makes grease. It's used for making... Oh, we use bacon to make grease, which we then use to make grilled pork chops and grilled fish. Candy house. Colorful sweets and snacks fill the displays, infusing the space with playful and sugary aroma that delights the senses. So the problem is, I need to have cocoa, which I don't have, I don't think. And I need sugarcane powder, which I don't have. So we're going to go ahead and get grease, so we can slick our hair back. So we have the mill for making flour. An apiary. Rows of beehives buzz with bees. Beekeepers focus on collecting honey and beeswax daily, though minor slip-ups often leave them adorably plump. So we will get ourselves some beeswax and honey, and then we can get towels from there. So yeah, we're gonna get the honey. Were those good choices? I have no idea. Am I doing it anyways? You best believe it. Alright, so what do we got up here? Connecting roads. I'm not worried about that part. Alright, so mission objectives. Labor expansion, have 20 laborers. Okay. So let's start. I don't think the roads have any cost. Let's box you off. And we're going to go ahead and build... That reminds you, Coraline was a bit obtuse and strange in that... Where was it go? Strange and obtuse in that every time you get close to a domestic animal, it showed domestic home animal with controls on the key in the bottom. Turns out what they meant is pet the animal friend with the button, press the button, because it turns out both was called pet in English. Ah, what are the verbs of the Thai noun and picked the wrong one? Untranslate. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, like, there was a, basically there was confusion with the language barrier that they just chose a weird word for it. So we got the storehouse. And those are 3x3 and all that. So we need the marketplace. Oh no, you're all good. I'm really bad about the typos not. That's weird that that's got like a broom or whatever. Okay, so got the marketplace here. Put the pantry. And put that over there. That's not what I want to put down. Laborers. Okay, so that's only 12 laborers. Gotcha, so I can't build in that direction where there's like the fog of war or whatever it is. Meanwhile, I will need to go over here. Okay, so I need planks to build that. So we're gonna have a little bit of a twist. Okay, so where I chose that gave me that food to begin with. Alright, so what's gonna happen though is I'm gonna need to take that back. Oh, it's so weird that these have requirements like that. Okay, that's fine. So I have the lumberyard. Meanwhile, we got this. Okay. So we can get a roast pit, we can get a livestock pasture. Upgrades there allows you to raise cows. Centers. So we already have the grease. So we can now make pork chops. So we're going pigs the whole way down. We're going to get the thing to make bricks. And from here, I'd like to get sugar. So I also need to make the sawmill, so I need 4 more resources. Okay, so let's get that sorted. Profession types. Yep, we already kind of got that. Production buildings. That's fine. Shows the available population. Oh wait, you aren't connected by road. We have a bunch of negative modifiers. I need to get some planks going. So I need the pantry, which is five planks. Here, this is gonna hurt us. There's the pantry. Meanwhile, we can let them eat whatever's available right now. Boost their happiness and productivity. It'll need to get planks going so we can start getting stuff going here. So somewhat amusingly, while I'm gonna make the cucumbers and all that, it looks like we're gonna want to get pigs going real fast so we can get pig roast going. So we can get the bacon to turn into grease so we can roast pork chops. Okay. We do have like a negative modifier just put on our people. We do have some spare people for the time being. Oh, the Merchant Guild, the Fire Ward. Equipped with fire engines, this facility stands ready to handle emergencies and protect the town. Okay. Now we know fire's a thing. So let's stay on top of that immediately. Okay. So I've got all that except for laborers. We'll build more laborers as able. We're going to need sources of food. So for the objective, it wants me to get cucumbers. Okay, that's cucumbers.
mean, Dead Like Daylight wasn't better. The German version, every time you passed out and opened, it would say outer space, vaulted ceiling in a single word, because what it originally said was space vault, as in press spacebar to vault through a window. Worship the holy machine, a translation much. Alright, so we got our cucumbers going. And while that figures itself out, like I said, I do think we want to very early push to bring the sweet, sweet pork chops into the world. Alright. Oh, yeah, bacon and... we'll figure that out later. Regardless, we're getting bacon. So we now need more people. Oh, you hatched earlier than I expected. Dongo's behavior following predictable pattern. Hover over the portrait to see the details of the current stage, including upcoming actions and food cravings, so you can plan ahead. Alright, you have a desire. We need potato. To make happy, we have need of potato. Okay. A quiet resting place where spirits of the deceased can go be bygone. We'll get the mill. Alright. We got more workers running around. I really need you to get that picked up. The good news, I got 15 minutes, so hopefully that gets sorted. So we got the mill, got the apiary, got the orchard, we got the greenhouse. The greenhouse, that's right. The people want their lilacs and they'll accept nothing less. And I need more people. Okay, we're gonna need another animal pasture. For the sheep, which then will make wool up here. And then so we get that. We can mine. We have the coal yard, we got the bricklayer, we got the sand yard. We got the rendery. But first, there's the tailor. Stop giving me all these things. We'll have weather that'll change over time. We'll have heat waves and all that. Patients in hospital. As the population grows, the number of sick patients naturally increases. Lower health in the residents, high result to proportion of thing. Build hospitals. Okay, so we do have people will get sick. Corpses in cemeteries. So there's basically all these things we'll need that we aren't being taught. We have the soapery, which is something we can use with the rendered stuff. Increases the health in laborers and cooks' places. That's fine. I also need to do the glassworks. I'm getting the glassworks. Okay. But for right now, those are all going. You will make clothes for both groups. So what am I missing to make you happy? You need the firewood and the clothing. That's right, so let's go to the woodshed. You put that down there. And we will put a cook's house here. Okay, we got our cucumber mission done. Next one is to build a merchant's guild. Okay. We can upgrade the livestock pasture to get cows. Herbs and minerals are mixed and ground. Let's get the apple juice. Because the apple juice will be a big one. So get the second timber yard. Actually, do I need the second timber yard? How is wood? Bad. Wood is bad. In case you're wondering, wood is bad. Alright, so we've got more wood coming in. Got the juice press, the roast pit, and the spicery. Okay, so the roast pit lets me make the grilled pork chops. Which requires pork and grease. Which of course requires us to have the renderer to make grease. And we need to build more homes. I'm escalating things rapidly, and this is probably not sustainable. It doesn't look like I have any cooks that aren't already assigned. Same here. We're also going to make the apple orchard. We've almost got stuff handled there. Okay, we have 2 spare laborers. Never mind. Okay, what are we missing to make you happy? So we need the firewood and the clothing. Those we've actually already got available. I just need them to actually get done. Because, yeah, you are jumping between those. We are now rendering fat.
and then making them pork chops. Okay, so we have our food already, so that's good news. You're waiting on wood. You're waiting on the grease and the pork. Got one spare labor. I'm trying to wait for some of these to upgrade to make my life easier. Okay, so now you're just waiting on clothing, which is here. Hey, Zax, how's it going? And that should upgrade a couple of these and be all good news. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying this. I can see how this goes, where it just escalates to becoming harder and harder. As we gotta feed our little friend here. So, offer now. Okay. Skip for wish fruit. Wish fruit obtained. Note, skipping grants extra wish fruit rewards, but are only awarded upon final victory. Okay. So we want to set the menu and then do all that. Alright, so we have 3 buildings, so we can upgrade our orchards, which will let us get more stuff. We do have the fruit juice thing, so let's grab that, because those will synergize. We can make the candles. Let's get the hospital. It already warned us that we'll need that. We can upgrade the farm to being able to grow onions and lettuce. Sure. So we've got a lot of things we can work on. So first, I just need more stuff going on here. Meanwhile, let's look at our place where people eat and check out our menu. Okay, so I can't add this many items onto the menu. That's information that's good to know. So we can add 4 items onto the menu. So we're going to let that just churn away. So we got the hospital. Production halted. Dieting. On sunny days, residents' food consumption will be 50% lower. Ah, so I need an orchard now. What are you? Recipes. Okay, so you've unlocked a new recipe. So we've got some pretty extreme differences. So I can get a carrot. I just grow at the farm. Or I can escalate all the way to a meaty pizza, which requires flour, cheese, tomatoes, and pork. Of which I believe I know how to do the pork and the flour. Or the Waldorf salad, which I don't remotely have what I need to make these. I am curious. So the only one we can do is this one. That's fine. Okay, so meanwhile, before I forget, I need to do an orchard grove. Place you here. Now, I got a couple things here. So we can go with the apples. And the apples will help with the doctor. And we can make juice with the apples. So we're going to start with apples.
And if we check here, I've got the juice press. We can start making apple juice. I have all my chefs working. Gotcha. So I need more chef's houses, and I need more... Well, regular houses we're doing okay. I'm just hoping we get these clothing in. Residence health +5, gentle wind. Thanks, Dongo. Yeah, so right now we have a lot of people who are unhappy. And it's mostly the clothing. Okay, alright, so we're gonna start having a bunch of these upgraded. We're getting our first clothing off the line. As soon as that meter fills up, you get to be upgraded. And that'll be good because once we get that, the artisan people work like they get more done. And it'll give us more laborers and all that. So the next thing to consider would be what else you want to go with. Maintenance and update. Houses have an upgraded appeal all once peeled. Click repair button in the bottom right to make repairs. Okay. So we're upgrading everyone here. It says you need 4 things, but it says you need 4 things and you've got 3, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Alright, so with that, we've got a lot of higher quality laborers. Bird of Flight, 5% labor happiness. Thanks, buddy. Okay, and it's getting ready to be bedtime for Dongo. Alright, so that's helping a lot. We've got lots of spare laborers now. So we've got the gathering hut. Not seeing, like, the spicy peppers or anything this time. Oh, we do have a bunch of flowers and all that. Okay, so we got that up there. So we got mines and all that kind of stuff. Glassworks. We got the spicery to make sugar and vinegar. Okay, so this could be our carrot farm. Now go over here. We have the access to a sugarcane farm. So let's put down the sugarcane there. And with that, I actually have a spicery where we can make sugar out of the sugarcane. I just gotta figure out where I want to put that. And put it right here. Okay. We've got stuff like clay and all that. We're definitely gonna need that. Still waiting on the apples to come out of there. You're getting the minus 41. Which is from buildings. Okay, so we got the bakery that we can make bread. And we've got the cemetery, which I'm assuming we're going to need. Summon spirits. Grand ritual. Okay, hang on. I wasn't aware we had all these things going on. Okay. So it's sleepy time for Dongo. Alright, so select our first wish. You would like oranges, and you'll give me a grace power. You'd like apples, and you'll give me a grace power. Or fish, and a grace power. So let's think that over. I need apples or oranges. I do have an apple orchard, but I think it's utterly overwhelmed. So we're going to go ahead and just not wait. I can't build quite over there. That's okay. So get oranges going. No pantry nearby. There we go. So let's try and get that satisfied as soon as we can. We are out of people. I have assigned them all to work. Okay, and we're highly limited by the space we've got available. Oh, there's no room for that there. That's fine. So you're grabbing mushrooms. Okay, so you're working on the oranges. And you're getting lots of grilled meat and all that. Okay. We'll switch over to those. We'll back off the apple juice a little bit. Put you on carrots. Gathering structures, that's fine. We've already done that. The wish list is fine. Alright, just need you to pick up the pace. So I am noticing current wrath. So there is a little bit of negative from patience and corpses. All right. But here's hoping we can get the oranges ready for the wish list as quickly as possible. What's your problem? Labor dwelling. There are no residents. Meet the resource demands for the residents. You're not in range of a market. Alright, let's... Don't worry about you. You're too far on the sticks. Okay, I just need 6 more oranges. We can satisfy the first wish. And hopefully the other wishes will already have stuff set aside. I'm also noticing we're not getting any of the apples here. Never mind. You're not getting your lilacs over there. Okay, so I probably actually need more lilacs. Slightly well known. Let's see. Red Cloak Congregation effectively changes Blacksmith to +10, Woodshed +10, Smeltery +10, and Render +10 in Coal Thing. Banana Tree. Orchard Groves gain 30% chance to produce an extra banana. Lord's Propagation. Every 2 explorations, gain 1 blueprint refresh chance. Orchard Groves gain 30% chance to produce 1 extra banana per output. Well, this we're already using. We'll try and take advantage of this. Meanwhile, we've already got that producing. Is there a way to control the sawmill and how much material we use? Once I remember where on earth the sawmill is. Can I set... Okay, we're gonna pause that for a minute. And the intent of that is to try to get the last 14 wood for Dongo. Oh, I see. So I've got 7 people who are sick. And we had some corpses. The corpses are handled. And now we're waiting on treatment, which is waiting on apples. So I need 8 more. That's one big chunker? That he is. Or it is. I don't know. Yeah, so I got a lot of sick people. But we are getting them all treated, which is good. We got dead people. Four more wood and we'll be able to do another one. Because basically the idea is we want to fill up the blue gauge to win, red gauges lose. We already have those ones counted. Okay. I don't think we're getting that done in time. Meanwhile... Okay. Multi-scrutiny, +1 blue point choices. And get a banana, an extra banana per output. Which I'll be curious if it does randomly give me bananas on one that's not a banana grove. I am noticing that the negative effects is going down. Yeah, I would need more apple groves to make that happen realistically. So I do have extra laborers, and plus upgrade some more buildings. Okay, so upgrade the timber yard. Grants 2 bonus maple log for every 10 logs harvested. Gets a brewery. which uses wheat to make the beer, and a smeltery. So let's try doing that and go down here. And you now are going to have wheat. And then we have the brewery, which you could squish right in here. And we're down to 1 spare laborer. Or are you a cook? No, you're fine. I've got a single spare laborer. Insufficient workers. No, you have the workers. You don't have the other stuff. All right. So we can get a textile mill for making clothing, and we can make a sausage hatch for making sausage. We'll grab the church, the stuff for the church. One of the other things we can do is we got the apiary. I suddenly have a ton of extra workers. And I'm not entirely sure why. Just double checking we didn't magically get something we were able to do real quick, right? Nope. So we got 2 out of the 3 wishes done that time. So don't worry about the beeswax, just make the honey for now. When you wake up, you're going to be hungry. And we'll need 200 of each. I completely forgot this whole time. I never made the Merchants Guild. Alright. We had quest objectives and I've utterly ignored them. Okay. So we've got the bakery, the smeltery, and the timber yard. I'll choose the timber yard because that's one I don't have to do anything to get stuff for. Alright, so check on you. Oh, I need a lot of potatoes. Oh, never mind, we're good there. And with this one, we are growing carrots and cucumbers. And the menu's completed. Have it immediately, buddy. Alright. We can make a cafe to serve coffee. And a church. Increase the worker population when built. We can make a salad bowl, which is vinegar and potatoes. Or we can make towels. Alright, so if we check what it takes to upgrade you, we need the towels, we'll need hats, and we'll need church. So you need the candles. But before that, you need brick. So the brickyard paradoxically requires brick. Also, ignore all that. We need 50 mushrooms. That place is already grabbing some. So we need brick, And brick requires coal. We also need that. Oh, I can't go there. Try this again, but over here. So that'll give me clay, which I'm assuming I'm going to need for brick. We should already be gathering the mushrooms, that's good. Because I need to get glass going, I need to get brick going. That's all of my glass, there's no more. We can get the soapery. That's supposed to help with health. And the soapery also requires brick. So we kind of done goofed on the brick front of things. I also just forgot we have this whole time. Okay. So we have an overabundance of everything. Let's go ahead and tell them to start getting rid of mushrooms. Start making people happier. What will it take to make you... Gotcha, so you need soap and all that. Orchard Grove efficiency 20% higher. Right. Where was my money contained again? Okay, so we got 36. Okay. We can expand all that. Let's also check on our kitchen. So let's take you off the menu. Put the oranges on the menu. Probably take you off and put you on the menu. Nothing here to upgrade. So we're getting our clay. I'm hoping that these will give me a couple more bricks so we can get our coal mine going and hopefully get bricks happening. I also haven't checked. Exploration event. Okay, so I have to give you potatoes. Oh, that's still there. I thought that was going to end then. Well... What do you want? We can get sugar, wool, or grease. Okay. Junior chef happiness is higher. I don't have any of those. Oh, I was giving you those things. Well, okay, I misunderstood, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to need way more potatoes. Let's check on the list here. Let's take potatoes off the list there. We're gonna add beer onto the list. And we're gonna take... Honestly, that's fine. We can actually take the cucumbers off and we'll put the apple juice on the list. So we're gonna boost a lot of the food we're giving people to be way better. We got 5 spare workers, so about enough to set up one more building. That should allow the potatoes to start stockpiling. Something pinged and I don't know which one it was. Oh, you're done. Mission, make bread. I don't have the ability to... Alright, so Taylor allows me to get the hats they want. But I am going to have to figure out how I can get bricks to happen. Because paradoxically, to make bricks, you need bricks. Which isn't super useful. Let's also see, can I make another one? No, we need bricks. Okay, so brickyard requires bricks. Oh, you went to sleep. Okay, so that just gives me one more wish there. Small scale trade. You're now going to switch back and forth between making orange juice and apple juice, so hopefully our apples can start to get ahead. I don't really need all the sheep we've got. I could probably get a second stockyard, but then who's going to work it is the problem. So we're getting our clay. Alright, so... I'm gonna need a coal yard. What goes away to accommodate the coal yard? We have a tavern. The lively place for doing that increases worker happiness. Which requires brick and windows. Okay, so we're learning here that I gotta be very careful about a lot of that stuff. So I need something I can tear down and get some brick back. That isn't urgent. Or the ability to straight up buy brick. Okay, cuke orange salad. We can make that. Orange, cucumber, and sugar. I didn't see what we make that in. I can't make that because I don't have whatever building it is. Firewood halted due to insufficient materials. Alright, something's gotta go to give me some brick back. I might get rid of the apiary. We're using the apiary stuff right now. The farms didn't use brick. Did the animal ones use brick? They do. Alright, well I've got such an overabundance of some of the animal products. Let's go and shut down the sheep for right now. They gave us some of our brick back. And we can use that to get a coal mine. And I thought I saw coal around here somewhere. It was up here, right? It requires coal ore. I see. Coal ore to make charcoal. Let's get that out of the way. So the brickyard still requires more brick. And I'm kind of hoping that we start getting an abundance of other drinks to help. And now we'll be able to use that. Let's take you off the honey and give you bananas for a minute. Get that brickyard. So brickyard requires coal and clay. It requires a coal yard. Where did I see the coal? It was up here somewhere, I thought, because there's stone over here. I feel like it was just tucked in the middle of all this nonsense and I just bypassed it. No, there it is. Okay. So we need... to get that coal. I didn't place that right. Okay, so that's giving us both the clay and the coal. Now I need the coal yard, which is 2 more brick that I don't have. So you're collecting the mushrooms. Not using the mushrooms right now. Give me the brick back. And that gives me the coal yard. Which will give me the coal. Alright, so that leaves me just the brickyard itself. So 3 more brick I gotta come up with. Is there anything here I'm not really doing anything with? Honestly, that's 1 brick. I could probably give up some workers if it'll give me enough brick back. That just gives me a window. Nothing. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't seem to give me stuff back. Versus you give planks back, so that does me no good. What about the lilac? The lilac gives me 2 brick. I'm gonna do that because I'm desperate. And I need 1 more brick. What I could probably do is yoink you for a minute. Make the brickyard up here. That gives me some brick coming in. And now that once we get the brick going in, we'll immediately pop back down here, put down the mine again here to get the clay, and then brick will be solved. Because that's preventing a whole lot of things from happening. So you get upgraded. Let's not do that. I need that window for other things. We have a bunch of buildings I forgot what I've already removed. Meanwhile, I have not been paying attention because these are ultimately what progress things. So we've got apples coming in, so that's good news. As far as you, done. Okay, Windrunner, tornado duration plus 30%, damage minus 60%, buildings destroyed by tornado return 50% of their building material. Let's see, Red Cloak, Congregation 2, Blacksmith, Woodshed, Smeltery, Render, Coal Yard, every 50 resources produced, category value for that resource increases by 10%. Sure. So we're waiting for the brick to come in. So yeah, in the future, I need to put a bit more priority on the brick and all that. Meanwhile, we've got this going. So let's check. So we're still doing fine with the number of bananas because of that thing where we just randomly get a banana. Firewood halted due to insufficient materials. That's fine. We're getting lots of maple logs. It does seem like the storehouse has an unlimited capacity, perchance. Or if it has a limit, it's very generous. Yes, I've got lots of spare chef clothing. So let's take the chef clothing off the roster, put hats on the roster. Okay, you want me to level up some chefs, to do some trade, or to get the apples. The apples will probably happen soon. We've deliberately stopped working with the apples on a meaningful level to let them backfill a little bit. We're doing good with all the other resources. I still got honey on standby. You're waking up. Please don't hurt me. I need you to choose things that are not horrific for me to deal with. Okay, so we got the other mine we can put down here. So that way we got our clay happening again. Oh. Oh no. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thankfully we had some of that. I need sweets. And the quality is not high enough. Okay. So I cannot meet the demand of the sweets. We need to finish this now. I got 15 minutes before I cannot possibly get this thing what it wants. And then I'm in trouble. So stop making apple juice entirely. And for that, we need to reach a total export of 500. I'm assuming its wrath is just going to go through the moon. So I'm going to select that one. Okay. Path of Vigor. Banana gains pastry tag. +1 quality. Sure. That'll work. Okay, stop eating the bananas. You'll kill us all. Have the honey again. We might be able to salvage this. Oh, I don't have what I need for hats. It needs buttons. Okay, so needless to say, that thing escalates rapidly. Okay, and so we're getting our brick. I don't remember what other stuff we got rid of just to make the brick happen. We'll need the sand yard and the glassworks and all that. It'll hurt the production of the lumber mill. I don't care. I'll get the sand yard producing glass. And then we'll need a glassworks to go with that. And the glassworks will make the window frames. And with the window frames, we'll be able to start upgrading stuff again without too much grief. So I got a new wish here. You either want seafood pizza to build a tavern and a casino, or to export a ridiculous amount. Meanwhile, we are exporting a not ridiculous amount. I guess for this one, because the other two things are things I cannot accomplish right now, we're going to go ahead and just choose the ridiculous amount one and hope for the best. We can select the next wish. Greece. Done. Okay, we completed the contract for a game duration of just over an hour. Yeah, no, I like this. It's a city builder, but it's not one that you have to spend 100 hours into a run or whatever. Hope people are enjoying this. So we got 42 of whatever those points are. We did a Bunny Buster achievement thing. We did a trial one. We didn't get... Oh, you get bonus points if you don't select blueprints. You get bonus points for missions completed, the number of fully upgraded houses. So there's lots of things you can do to get extra points. Let's see. Look at it all fluffed up. Our chubby little gold paw is still so adorable, even when fluffed up. If only I still had a body, I would totally rush over right away and give it a good pet. Speaking of which, I never knew Dongo could evolve. Let's see, it was already huge to begin with, and now after evolving, it's even more massive. Sure, it does look a bit cuter after evolving, but in my heart, it's absolutely the cutest, always the fluffy gold paw. Sigh, it's all my fault. I got too caught up in collecting time and wasn't paying attention to that stupid maw flower. Good old gold paw knew magic. It managed to store my spirit inside the shard of crystal, so at least I didn't end up completely obliterated by the cursed thing. But watching my beloved kitty get terrified like that while I couldn't do a single thing to help, it's so frustrating I could explode. I remember Goldpaw once said that there was still so many mysteries around each of the and every Dongo. I really, really want to keep staying by its side, to explore those mysteries little by little. At the very least, if any unexpected danger shows up, it won't have to face it alone. Oh, that reminds me. Goldpaw told me I needed to recite this sacred chant every day to help my spirit recover. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll be able to rebuild my body and fight along my adorable Goldpaw again. I'm not reading kind of the weird prayers. Okay. Okay, so there's a new thing that says achievement. Gotcha. So they gave me wish fruit. And so trial 1 completed under any conditions during fogs. Producing eggs from the stockyards have a chance to yield feathers. Unexpected harvest. Okay, so these are new things that can show up as unlocks. So we're expanding the options. We have terrain stuff. There's all sorts of different levels of trials. There's all sorts of different stuff with Dongo and all that. So those are achievements. But the thing I don't know, and I'm not going to actually jump into a new game yet. Yeah, so we had 50 contentment gauge, lose with 100 wrath. We get 2 improvements, blueprints. I think we got 4 the last one. Order deduction modifier. The last one we were at 44. This one's 60. Same starting ability points and no negatives. And so this one we still have the Sunlit Jungle. That one is a Pepper Hunter. Yeah, so we have the same basic things. I'm assuming we'll be able to use those fruit thing to like set up another run. But we'll figure out when we get there. The other thing I'm also curious. Profile hungry. Ah. So you have like multiple saves and all that you can maintain. Land of Wishes. Ah, here we go. So the Land of Wishes. So with all these fruit thing, we got meta progression. So we can increase the efficiency of production by 1% in all buildings. We can get the blessing, improves the, let's see, Dongo is impressed by your sincerity. Wish fruit acquisition is faster. We can get starting funds, so we start with 10 extra uniforms. Or logistic efficiency after a series of meticulous flight lessons, Dum Dum's movement speed. So this is a one-time to help you at the beginning. This gives you like permanent pathing bonuses. And then we do get new traits we can start. So this is kind of oriented towards the start of the run, getting a bunch of choices. This one is more just progression. You master the negotiation. Artifact prices are -2. And they spoke how important artifacts were, and we have yet to see one. Chance to output double. Improve management program. Building speeds production is 1% faster. Output random chance of double even at 1%. And that's all my points. So you get the idea that there's all this meta progression. And that's kind of where this goes in. That a round is like an hour-ish or something like that from what we're seeing. And I get the meta progression and all that. This is a lot of fun. I think we'll be checking this out again on my next stream tomorrow. That said, I need to be wrapping up. I've already gone later than I should because I have to wake up earlier tomorrow. So with that said, if you have enjoyed tonight's content, you're not already following the channel, don't forget to drop a follow. That way you can find your way back here in the future. If you are watching on YouTube, the stream will be dropping abruptly for you because I don't have a host ready. But thanks so much for tuning in over there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And then I'm going to go ahead and put up my ending stream screen and see who I can find to drop a raid on.